بس تخليها في كفر شيء عادي نشيلها ماشي. May I ask all our colleagues, guests, to take their seats so we can start? Your Excellency, Chairman of IDB Group, Excellencies, Member of IDB Group Management, dear IDB Group colleagues who are here today or tuning in virtually to this event, whether here in Jeddah or in our regional hubs, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the Group General Secretariat, I would like to welcome you this morning to join us, despite your busy schedules, in honoring our colleagues, members of the 2022 Annual Meeting Organizing Committee, for their hard work and dedication. But before we start our program, allow me please to take this opportunity to give on your behalf group management and staff members, whether here in Jeddah or in the regional hubs, a special welcome from our hearts to His Excellency, the Chairman of IDB Group, on his first public appearance in our headquarters after a quick recovery, walillah alhamd, from his unfortunate injury. Alhamdulillah, assalamualaikum alaikum, and welcome back. We have a special surprise, Your Excellency, just to honor your presence with us this morning. A cake from the staff of the group, just celebrating your welcoming back to the headquarters. Thank you. And we're not done yet, Your Excellency. We brought you also your favorite coffee in a chairman cup to be presented to you. Thank you. Thank you. Excellencies and colleagues, based on the initial feedback received from our participating external stakeholders, our 2022 IDB Group annual meetings were successful, walillah alhamd, in terms of substantive and logistical organization. And therefore, with thanks to the trust and support received from His Excellency, the Chairman of IDB Group, the bank's Vice President, the entity CEOs, the DGs, and also support received from our internal organizing partners, MCD, AOP, and group entities, we were able as one team to succeed in delivering the 22 annual meetings to the best satisfaction of our stakeholders. The task of AMOC for this year's annual meetings was not easy at all, not only due to the challenges that we have experienced as organizers, but also because our AMOC colleagues had to work on the organization of 2 IDB group annual meetings within a 12-month period. Remember, the 2021 annual meetings took place last September, and the 2022 annual meetings took place in this month of June. So all in all, 2 annual meetings in 9 months period, and both, Wallah alhamd, were record breakers. So please join me to thank our AMOC colleagues. I know they're tired, but they did their best. Before going further in our today's program, allow me please to show you in a couple of minutes a brief highlights video of the 22 annual meetings which has been prepared by our MCD colleagues. Which turned out to be a huge success for Allah. And therefore, the BSF, as per the directives of His Excellency, the IDB Group Chairman, will be the major flagship event of our annual meetings going forward, inshallah. Allow me please, therefore, to present to you a short video on the highlights of the 2022 Private Sector Forum, which has been prepared by our FICA colleagues, who, as we all know, coordinated the organization of the BSF. It gives me a great honor to call on His Excellency, the Chairman of the IDB Group, to deliver his speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أفضل الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Dear sisters and brothers, members of the 2022 Annual Meeting, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me a great pleasure to be with you this morning to celebrate together the success of our 2022 Islamic Development Bank Group Annual Meetings, a success primarily owed to your hard work and commitment as members of the organizing committee. Therefore, we are gathering here today to thank you all for what you accomplished during these annual meetings as one team. Your hard work and sincere team spirit allowed your institution, the Islamic Development Bank Group, to raise the bar higher in terms of organizing the major annual gathering of its most important external stakeholders, our shareholders. Member countries and participating financial institutions, I am fully aware of the organizing challenges. You faced in the preparation of the 2022 annual meetings, but with your diligence, perseverance, and patience, you managed to overcome them. And in the end, you were able to produce for all of us very successful annual meetings. It included the successful organization of the newly scaled-up private sector forum, all delivered at the best international standard. Also, your exemplary cooperation with the host country was recognized at the highest levels. All this makes us more proud of our institution, and for this, you deserve a big, well-earned thank you. However, let's not allow this success to blind us, as there is still room for further improvement. Further improvement in the overall organization of the annual meetings. Therefore, I call on you to continue to look for opportunities to further optimize the organization of our future annual meetings, starting with the forthcoming ones to be held in Jeddah in 2023, inshallah. With a bird's eye view of the way forward, let us start our preparations from now by documenting the success factors of the 2022 edition and identifying where improvements are needed. In other words, let us build on the strengths and mitigate the drawbacks. Finally, and given that most of the AMOC members come from different business units across the Islamic Development Bank Group to perform their assignments as volunteers on top of their normal duties, I call on their advisors to take into consideration their contribution and valuable efforts in the organization of the annual meetings. Once again, thank you very much. Keep up the good work, buckle up, and work hard as a one team for the organization of the 2023 annual meetings. But I have a warning for you. Does anybody here speak Malay? Anybody speaks Malay? Okay. You want to be careful when you use that word, amok, because I don't want anybody to run amok with our meetings. To run amok is not a very kind way of doing things. So that word was borrowed from Malay in the 1600s and then continued. And now it is very commonly used in the English language. When you say somebody has run amok with the meetings, that means they spoiled them, they destroyed them. So be careful when you use, and if you get some looks sometimes when somebody's saying, oh, you run your meetings amok, you want to be careful with that. I can assure you, I haven't seen any of that. Maybe because you don't know the word, so that's okay. But thank you very much. I'm very proud of every one of you. Every one of you deserves a special thank you. This institution is privileged to have you. It's privileged to have a mission like the one we have, and we should all keep our heads up and keep doing the best we can. We can do better. We have done great. We can still do better. Let's keep up the good work. God bless you all. Shukran wa salamu alaykum.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And time right now is to recognize the heroes of the annual meetings, the ones who maintain a low profile but work very hard behind the scene. And we will distribute the appreciation certificates to the head of the subcommittees under the AMOC umbrella. First subcommittee is the Annual Meetings Secretariat, headed by Brother Muhammad Shatwani, and his certificate will be received on his behalf by Brother Saeed Nuwaishi. This subcommittee looks after the documentations related to the statutory meetings, boards, board of directors, BOG, General Assembly, and the related resolutions and the summary records. It's the backbone of the annual meetings. The second subcommittee is the venue management, headed by Brother Muhammad Bahnasawi. Brother Muhammad and his team worked very hard on the preparations of a huge, as you recall, huge conference center, looking after the meeting rooms, offices, catering, etc. The next one is the knowledge sharing events subcommittee headed by Brother Zahir Ribai. Zahir and his team worked very hard on producing, along with other colleagues in the group, the highest number of side events and speakers before and during the annual meeting. Next is the Hospitality Subcommittee, headed by Brother Muhyiddin Hamdani. Now, Your Excellencies, this committee, it combined this time for the first time functions related to hotel accommodation, airport reception, transportation, and travel, all merged to ensure efficiency and cost effectiveness. They worked very hard, exceptionally well. They were patient despite the many challenges faced, but they overcame. The next one is Online Registration and Accreditation Subcommittee, headed by Brother Abdul Rahim bin Mukhtar. Abdul Rahim and his team worked very hard on maintaining the integrity of the participants' data and ensure that they are kept safe and not circulated. Well done. Next is On-Site Registration and Accreditation Subcommittee, headed by Brother Hussam Murad. Hussam and his team performed exceptionally well this year and produced a very nice registration setup, which you all have seen, despite the many challenges that he and his team faced. Next is the Medical and Health Services Subcommittee, headed by Dr. Walid Fadda, but to be received on his behalf by Dr. Tariq Sharaf. This subcommittee again worked exceptionally well, excellent, proper management of the reported positive COVID cases, unfortunately, but alhamdulillah, they managed the work very done and it kept us safe. Thank you. The next is the Finance and Procurement Subcommittee, headed by Brother Abdul Karim Dahir. This subcommittee always ensures that we are in proper compliances with our rules and procedures. And this year they were able, alhamdulillah, to process in timely fashion all financial disbursement and invoices paid in accordance to our rules and regulations, and excellent cooperation with the local bank that has been selected to serve us. Thank you, Abdul Karim. The next is the Media Services Subcommittee, headed by Sister Noura Muazzin. Of course, who doesn't know Noura? Huh? Noura and her team and the MCD colleagues performed excellently this year. They've done a great job. They ensure that we have proper coverage for our annual meetings proceedings. And thank you very much, Sister Noura, for that. Next is the Conference Interpretation Subcommittee, headed by Brother Ismail Haddad. Brother Ismail and his team worked around the hour to cater for all of the meetings held during the annual meetings, and they have done their job without any glitches, alhamdulillah. Next is the Liaison Officers Subcommittee, headed by Dr. Fuad Maimouni. Dr. Fuad and his team, with the help of their local support, they have done an excellent job this year, better than ever. And it ensured that the smooth participation of our governors and VVIP participants. Thank you, Dr. Fuad. Now we have the Social Activities Program, coordinated by Sister Dania Saddiq. Dania and her team, they have done an excellent performance in the organization of the social program for the accompanying spouses, the Ministries of Interiors, and our VIP participants. Well done. Thank you. Lastly, but not definitely in terms of importance, we have Brother Al-Mustafa Ayat Omar, the Deputy Chairman of ABOC, who, despite his sudden illness during the annual meeting, did his best to perform the activities and provide support to all over activities of the AMOC. Thank you, Brother Mustafa. Thank you. Since we're talking about the AMOC front office, we have the Assistant Chairman of AMOC for the PSF Design and Branding, Brother Sahal Al-Marou'i. And who doesn't know Sahal? Sahel, as you all know, is another hero of the annual meetings. You find him everywhere, working day and night, just to ensure everything is done as it ought to be. Excellent work, Brother Sahel. Thank you very much. And the head of the AMOC front office, Brother Mustafa Turki. Mustafa and our colleagues in the front office ensured there is follow-up and coordination between all heads of AMOC subcommittees and perform troubleshooting whenever they occurred in a very diplomatic and excellent way. Thank you, Brother Mustafa. And since we are speaking about the AMOC office, front office, I need to highlight the exceptional performance of Sister Bayan al-Mazroui, who was the focal point of the signing agreement. She did it for the first time, and she did it exceptionally well. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Now, for the VIP group photo, I suggest that we do it at the end of the coffee break outside, because we have so many of us over here and they don't fit on the stage. So thank you very much, and you're all invited for the coffee break. Thank you.